Alright, hey, Hayes Mega here, and welcome to another Hayes Mega Sauron Lightby winter build project video. Alright, so today's topic will be wheels and tires. Well, more likely, more like wheels. So I'm changing all my wheel setups. So I had two sets of wheels before. Alright, a Supermoto wheel and a dirt wheel, and then I had like the 21-inch front. Alright, so Hayes Mega is gonna change it up this year. Alright, now I've got three sets of wheels that I want to have now. Okay, so so one thing I've noticed is, so see this wheel right here, this is the wheel that I used to race in Supermoto USA last year. It has a Michelin Pilot Street 2 tire on it. Great tire, but it's not for like racetrack, you know. it's a street tire. That's why it's called a Pilot Street. All right, it's a good tire, but it's not like for a racing type of thing. All right, and they're not used to taking that kind of abuse. So Hayes Mega is going to make another set of Supermoto wheels, so we can, that are only for the racetrack. So what I've learned is that you want to have a set of wheels for the track or tires, and you want to have a set of tires to ride on the street. All right, so Hayes Mega rides this on the street. All right, I use it for DoorDash sometimes. More often I'm using the Super Cub nowadays, because that's like the purpose I bought that bike. But yeah, the cool thing is the front tires fit. The front tires will fit on both bikes. So the old front tire from this bike, all right, the Supermoto, I'm gonna put that on the Super Cub when the tires wear out. But it's taking a while, so I'll say. So yeah, so this is what I got going on. So I got like hella wheels around here. We'll go take a look at them in a second, and I got some stuff to do today. I will be removing the tires off of these Supermoto wheels. So last year I bought another set of Supermoto wheels off of eBay for somebody selling them. I think they're about $300. I think they're around $300. All right, maybe more around like $350, but it's still cheaper than buying another set. It's like $400, more than $400 if you're gonna buy like a brand new set from like Lunicycle or something. All right, and they look like they've only got like a few hundred miles on them. So I will be talking about what I'm going to be doing with those in a bit. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, let's go take a closer look at all the goodies that I got around here. I'll let you know what I got going on today. All right, not much going on today. I just got to take the tires off of those and the rotors. Basically, take most of the wheel apart. And then I'll talk about the dirt wheel setup I'm going to be using from now on. Okay. So I'm going to have a set of wheels for dirt, like dirt biking, and then I'm going to have a set of wheels for the street, all right, just for like ripping around on the street, and then I'm going to have a set of wheels for the racetrack. Okay, and that's what this slick tire is here for. Okay, so yeah, let's go take a closer look at them, because Hayes Mega uses his Sauron Lightby to do a lot of things. Okay, so let's talk about the dirt setup first. All right, let's go look at all my dirt wheels. So I've got these two front wheels. All right, I've got the stock Sauron wheel with the Shinko F456, I think, and then I've got the Tusk Impact 21-inch reel that Stan 3535 made, that I got off of eBay for, I think it was like $420, and it has the Dunlop K990 tire on it. It's really hard, expensive tire to find. Also, like, this tire is literally half the price of this tire. Okay, but it has to be that narrow so it fits between the forks for the RST fork. But I found out that the 80 size tire will actually fit in this new Dorado fork, so that's good. But then you're going to have a wider tire than than the back. It's just kind of goofy. As long as they're usually skinnier in the front, all right? So Hayes Omega's plan is I'm going to sell the 21 inch, all right? This 21 inch is good, but I kind of like the 19 inch better because it pops up over obstacles better. All right, Hayes Omega got used to riding a mini bike, and so I'm just going to keep the Light B as a mini bike. I'm not going to try to turn it into a bigger dirt bike, all right? If I wanted a bigger dirt bike, I would buy the Storm B when it comes out. That's what I'll say, all right? But anyway, so the plan is I'm trying to sell this. I'm trying to sell it for about 500 bucks. I think that's a fair price. It's got a bunch of scratches on the side, though. So it's not the prettiest looking tire, but it's a 21 inch. And it's got the Dunlop K990 on it. It's just like an $80 tire already. So I'm going to sell it for about 500 bucks. It's got the rim lock already on it, too. Yeah, so trying to sell it locally. So I'm going to go back to the 19. And Hayes Omega is planning to go. This is my rear wheel right here. All right, that's the stock 19-inch rear wheel. Hayes Omega is not going to use that anymore. He's planning to go with a 16-inch wheel. All right. So reason being is because I want a better rear tire. Right? I want an actual rear motorcycle tire, not two front motorcycle tires. Okay. That'll give me more stability and traction, and one of the benefits I've realized. So logistically speaking, the 16 is what Hayes Omega has decided to go with, because the 16 is almost the same size as a 17. All right, because it's knobbier. You know, the tires are knobbier. It's taller, so the diameter of the wheel is roughly the same size as a 17 with the street tire on it. Okay. So like that knobs adds an extra like ½ inch to the tire, you know, right? So so that would allow me to run the same sprocket on both. I will have close to the same ratio because the tires are roughly the same size. So I don't have to run this 54, was it the 54 tooth? Yeah, I don't have to run this 54 tooth sprocket anymore to get more torque off-road, all right? I need that torque for climbing hills. So we're going to go with a smaller wheel, but we're also going to downsize the sprocket to 48. All right. So Hayes Omega runs the 48 tooth sprocket with the Supermoto setup, and then so by getting a smaller rear wheel, we can run the same size. We'll run the same size sprocket. We'll still have roughly the same power between both. All right. Because the 16 will actually give you more power because it's a smaller wheel. It's smaller, it's stronger, it should be lighter, I think. Well, it's probably around the same. If you guys are wondering what a 16 looks like, this is a 16 right here, all right? My KLX 140 runs this setup already, all right? So this is a 16-inch wheel. The KLX 140 has the exact same front wheel, all right? The 19. But it has a 16-inch rear wheel, all right? So we'd be running a 80-116, all right? So we could possibly go, no, we can't do that. Well, we'll still have a skinnier front, that's okay. So yeah, the drawback is, yeah, we're gonna have a skinny front tire like a 70, which is okay. I'm happy with this 19. I think it's fine. The 19 can handle a lot of punishment in the front, all right? In my opinion, the 19 does not handle it so well in the back. I can feel this thing wobble and flex around all the time. I'm constantly having to tighten the spokes. I think if you have a 16-inch wheel, the spokes are going to be shorter, right? So they're going to be stronger at the same time, in my opinion, okay? So that's another reason I want to go with the 16. I think the tire will be stronger too. It'll be stronger and wider, and then we'll have more grip in the back. So. And it'll ride like a mini bike. So one thing I don't like about the dirt setup is when I go to hit like a log or something, all right? Let's say I'm going to pop up over a log. The front goes boom straight up, and then the back hits it, and then it goes straight down like that. All right, that's what I've noticed. All right, I rode the Cake, and it's the same deal with the Cake Caulk. All right, because the wheels are so big on the Cake Caulk. When you pop the front up, it goes straight up, and it stays up there, and then it goes down. All right, what I've noticed with the 16 and 19 combo, the front comes up, and then like it's still got some forward motion. It pops up and it stays up in the air. And it has forward motion at the same time, and I don't splat the rear. I don't like that feeling where you go up and you splat and then it goes forward like this. And that's what I get with the 21. And I do like the turn in of the 19. The 19 turns really well. So for like motocross and stuff, I feel the 19 is actually a better tire because the bike turns better. It's a tighter turning. That's what I want to say. So, okay, so that's my plan. I'm going to buy a 16-inch wheel from Stan 3535, and he's already got the tire mounted up. He's got the tire, everything. It's already the right configuration I want. So I'm just gonna buy it, you know. I don't even have to install a tire. It's already got the tire I want on it. I'm gonna be running the Shinko 525 Cheater. That's this tire right here. Okay, so that's another reason I want to go with the 16 is tire choices. You're gonna have much more tire choices, and they're gonna be rear tires. Okay, 21-inch front. Yeah, so another difference between the 21-inch front I found out and the 19 is your tire choices are shit compared to the 19, all right? The 19, there's a lot of tires you can find. This is the only tire you can run on the Sauron, right? The Dunlop K990. Now you can run a 80, okay? This is a 70 width. You can run an 80 width, but it's gonna be, it might be wider than the tire you got in the back, okay, for one thing. And yeah, so I think that what Stan told me the ideal setup is to have a 17 or 18 in the rear and a 21 in the front. Okay, if you want a really tall Sauron bike, but it's like I don't really need a tall Sauron bike. I can get by fine with the, you know. But one thing we have to do is we have to raise the rear. Okay, so that's where the lifting link comes in. I'm trying to get the tallest lifting link from Warp 9 right now, but they're on back order. So I'm still waiting to get that. They're taking their sweet time on it. Okay, so that's for the dirt setup. We're going to stick with the stock 19. I like this tire. We're going to stick with this tire too. It's cheap and it works really well. And then I'm just not going to use that anymore. I might sell it. I'm not sure. And then we're going to get that 16-inch rear. All right. And then I'm going to sell this 21. That's what's going on. All right. So. Okay, so let's talk about my street tires. All right. So I got my street tires. They're right here. Okay. This is what I got. This is what I got planned to work on today. But there's my original set of Supermoto wheels. All right, it already has the spacer on it, so it works with this Dorado fork. It's sporting the Michelin Pilot Street 2 on it. It's a great tire, and this is actually wider than stock. Right, I think this is an 80 width, and then this is like a 100 width right here. Okay, and these wheels we'll be using for the street. All right, so. I'm planning to put, I have another 48-2 sprocket. We're going to take this sprocket off. It's probably worn out. So we're going to replace it with another stock 48-2 sprocket. I'm going to remove this rear disc brake, and then we're going to install just a regular rear disc brake because I don't really need good brakes for riding on the street, all right? I don't really use the brakes all that much on the street. I use the regen a whole lot. So this is going to be my street setup, all right? Pretty much the setup I used to race last year, okay, last season. And then Hayes Meg is planning to make a new set of wheels. All right, so that's what I got. This other stock set of wheels. All right. So the plan is, so this is what I got planned today. I'm gonna remove the tires off of these wheels. All right, the tires and tubes and all that. What Hayes Meg is planned to do is I'm gonna unlace both of these wheels, all right, and then I'm gonna lace the rear wheel, all right, the rear rim on the front hub. Okay, so we'll have a wider front tire. We'll have a wider front wheel, which allow us to use a wider front tire. All right, so here I've got a Dunlop Moto 3. All right, this is a for racing purposes only. Okay, this is a straight up slick tire. Right, this is the stickiest rubber you can get. All right, hopefully, and this is what you're going to use for racing. You've got to use tire warmers with this bad boy. Okay, so these are what the Moto 3 bikes use. It's a 90-80-17. Guess what? That's the same size tire as the stock rear Supermoto wheel. All right, right here, 90-80-17. All right, that's the rear wheel. So this front tire, all right, this is a front tire that comes in. The rear tire is a 115 width, so that's going to be an interesting one. I'll talk about that in a second. This is going to be installed on this rim that's going to have the front hub, all right. So, and then we're going to put this on the front here with the Dorado, all right. So this is and I actually checked to see if this tire would fit I kind of stuffed it in there, and like, oh yeah, there's enough room for it to fit. This is 10 millimeters wider than this tire. Okay, this is a 80, all right, and this is a 90. So we're going to put this on the front, and we're going to use a 115 in the rear. All right, and how are we going to do that, Hayes Omega? Glad you asked. Ta-da! There we go. I got an Excel Takasago wheel. All right. Also, okay, so I bought this Excel Takasago wheel. All right, on Facebook Marketplace. This dude was just selling the wheel, you know, and I found out these are kind of hard to find right now. And so my plan is to take the rear hub. All right, it's because we're not using the rear hub anymore because the front hub will be on this wheel. Okay, the rear wheel. We're going to take that rear hub and lace it to this wheel right here, okay, the Excel wheel. The only problem is I don't know if I can do it. I might have to take it to a wheel builder. All right, this one I'll definitely have to take it to a wheel builder because I don't know what I'm doing. The holes look like they're bigger than the holes for the thing. But anyway, when we get to making this wheel, we'll go over that. All right, but that's my plan, is to put that rear hub and lace it to this new Excel wheel, and this will be our rear wheel. Okay, I think that people use these for front wheels, all right, but this is going to be a rear wheel. It's a 2.5 inches, all right, and then we're going to mount I don't have it yet, but we're going to mount the Moto 3, okay, Dunlop Moto 3, the rear tire for the Moto 3, okay, and that's like a 115 width. So I don't know if it's going to fit. We're going to have to dish the hell out of it, all right. What dishing is you're going to, from the center, you're going to move it. We're going to move it to the left so it doesn't rub on the chain as much, all right? Because we're already rubbing with this. Okay, guys? We're already rubbing with this. If you can see here. Yeah, we're rubbing a little bit. Yeah, we're rubbing just a little bit. Well, I haven't dished it yet. So 100 will fit fine. 115, we're going to have to dish that a lot. We're going to have to move it over like almost 10 millimeters or something. Okay? So we're going to have to move it to the left. All right? And we'll let the wheel builder do that. All right? Or, I mean, I could do it on my own. I did it for the front wheel, so. Okay, so that's the plan. We're going to have this Excel wheel in the back with the 115 Moto 3 slick, and then we're going to have the Moto 3 tire on the front on the rear wheel from this set. Okay, so what Hayes Omega's got. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be my track racing setup. All right, when I go to the racetrack, that's what we're gonna use. All right, so I got different pair of shoes for different occasions. That's what I'm saying. All right, so the dirt 16, stock 19. Street, we're just going to use the stock Supermoto wheels with slightly wider tires. All right, the street tires. And then for the racetrack, we're going to go with the 90 and 115, the Moto 3 setup. And then I already have the tire warmers for it too, so it's like perfect. All right, and then yeah, then we're going to go with this wider wheel back here, and then lace the rear rim to the front hub. All right, and then I'm just going to have a front wheel and a bunch of spokes left over. Maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure. But yeah, this is like a Supermoto wheel, all right, for a motorcycle. So I don't know if that's gonna work. The tire will fit, but I don't know if the spokes will fit. That's the problem. And I think there's a way that you could use the smaller spokes. I'm not sure. We might be able to get a bigger hub or something, that takes bigger spokes. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't know if we're going to use that hub or not. Tell you the truth, I do kind of want to get a stronger hub because the rear wheel has a lot of forces applied to it, like going forward and backwards. So, okay. Anyway, yeah, that's what Hayes Omega's plan for the wheels for his Sur-Ron Light B. All right, dirt, street, and track. Okay, those are the 3 sets of wheels I'm going to have. And they're all going to have the same gearing, all right? So we're going to only run 48 rear and 14 front. So that means I don't have to change the chain every freaking time. So right now for the dirt setup, I'm running the like 54 or 52 tooth in the back. So I have to run a longer chain for that, all right? So if all my wheels are roughly the same size in the rear, you know, I only have to run one chain. Then I don't have to change the chain. All I have to do is just change the chains all the time, all right? So I've been having this problem with the chains wearing out real fast, especially for the dirt wheel. That's Hayes Omega's fault. Like, you should be changing them like periodically because they're so cheap. That's what we'll say, okay? And then so that will save Hades Omega a boatload of time when I'm changing wheels, because we don't have to change the we don't have to retighten or readjust the chain every time we swap the wheels. All the wheels will be all roughly the same size. Also, Hades Omega speedometer will work properly with all of them because all the tires are roughly the same size. Okay, I don't have to change any of the. I don't have to calibrate the speedometer. Right? Yep, I could if I, with this system I can. All right, but then I don't have to do that. All right, that was a nice thing going from the 54 tooth to the 48 tooth with the Supermoto wheel versus the dirt wheel. I didn't have to change anything because they were the same ratio. But now all the wheels are going to be about the same size, so I don't have to do that. Okay, did you get it? All right. So I'm going to talk about what I got going on tonight, and then that'll be the end of the video. Okay, so what's Hades Omega's? What festivities do I have tonight? All right, I just talked about all the wheel setup that I'm planning to use this year for the Sauron, and we'll see. Hopefully that'll work. But what I got going on right now is I need to take all the sprockets and the rotors off of these wheels. All right, for one thing, because I'm gonna be disassembling the wheel later. All right, I don't think I'm gonna get to it tonight, but I'm gonna remove the tires and the tubes and the liners from these Supermoto wheels. Okay, this nearly brand new set of Supermoto wheels. Gonna take these tires off and I'm gonna sell them. All right, because Hades Omega does not like the stock CST tire. All right, I'm not a big fan of them. All right, and then I'm just gonna sell those. I'll probably keep the tubes, maybe sell the tubes. I don't know. Hades Omega likes to keep the stock tubes because they're really thin. All right, the reason Hades Omega would keep a thin tube is as a spare tube because they're easier to carry. Okay, so that's what Hades Omega suggests. Yeah, okay. And then Hades Omega is going to remove the rear rotor off of this wheel. All right, this is my street tire because it's got the Michelin Pilot tires on it. We're going to remove this rotor, and I'm going to remove that sprocket, and I'm going to install this sprocket. All right, this is a brand new 48-tooth sprocket I got from Lunicycle for like $5. Okay, that's my last one. That's my last one. The rest of them have worn out already. And then I'm going to install one of these stock rotors. All right. Later on, Hades Omega is gonna I'm gonna install a floating discs for all my wheels. Oh, I didn't go over that. Yeah, I'll go over the brake setting. I'll go over all the brake setups when I've gotten all the wheels all squared away. But I'm planning to install a floating rotor for all the front brakes. Okay, so that way I don't have to adjust the brake every time. Because like there's a difference between the floating rotors and the solid rotors. So I want to make sure they're all kind of the same between the wheels as well, I'll say. Okay, so for this wheel, okay, this is going to be my track wheels, my racing wheels. I'm gonna put this rotor on it. All right? I'm gonna put the Lunicycle rotor, the rear, this fancy floating rotor, on this set right here on the rear. All right, and then this rotor from the street tire that's on the street tire right now with the cooling fins and everything on it, that's going to go on the racing wheels. Okay, that's going to go on this one. Okay, so that's why I got to take all the brakes and stuff off because I'm moving stuff around. All right, and then this sprocket will be going on this wheel because that's probably worn out. So I want to refresh all the sprockets. Okay, so that's what I got going on. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is remove the tires. I will remove the tires first. Okay, all right, here's what we got.